Hey guys, Tammy Deering jumping on live today for our information sharing time from Aviv Wellness. I want to thank you so very much for joining me today. Guys, we are going to talk today about foods that can help fight bacteria and viruses. My name is Tammy Deering. I am the founder and formulator of Aviv Wellness personal care and CBD product line, as well as the owner, the licensed manicurist instructor and licensed barber for our Totally Pamper Me Dead Sea and CBD Day Spa. We are located in Anniston, Alabama. And today we are going to talk about our upcoming new second round of COVID-19 that we are facing. And we have to take a look at getting serious about the foods that we're consuming. Now, what is this thing I'm holding in my hand? You probably are wondering. This is a honey stick, all right? This is local honey that is, we get it literally from the honey farm locally here in our area. And I can tell you that local honey is the number one thing you need on your list to help with this. So let's talk about raw local honey. But before we do, I would love to have you please hit the like button, the wow button, hit the cares button, just let me know you're there. If you have any comments or questions, comment below here on the video. I do read them every day and I will gladly reply. And at the in the middle of all of this today, I'll be sharing some recipes with you that are super yummy, super simple, and the kiddos will like them too, as well as beneficial for you and your family. So, local honey. This has got to be raw, unprocessed. If you're buying stuff off the shelf and it doesn't say raw and unprocessed, all you're getting is liquid sugar in a different form. It's not going to give you any of the properties that your body needs. Now, did you know that honey has actually was the very first antimicrobial medicine used? Yeah, isn't that amazing? I always say God has put it all here. It's up to us to learn about it. But local raw honey is absolutely so beneficial for your body. It contains live enzymes that end up releasing hydrogen peroxide in the body, which is incredible for being antibacterial and antiviral for the body, as well as killing germs that will enter the body. I showed you the honey stick. This is one serving. The best way that you can do local raw honey is, right now I don't even know, I think our local farmers market is opening back up. But of course we have to social distance with everything. However, if you've got local honey in your area and you know a beekeeper, grab it while you can. 1 teaspoon of honey in your early morning lemon water is phenomenal. I don't recommend that if you're going to put it in hot things like teas or coffee, that you understand that more than likely you might be hurting the properties of it. So the best way to do it would be to, take a honey stick, or to do a teaspoon directly into cool water, let it melt down, and then pour that like into iced tea. This way you don't lose all the properties. There's not been enough studies done to show about how high the heat can go with honey, and if you know that answer, please post below because I'd like to know it. That was one of the things I did not research, and I should have, but I believe with my own heart that I know when you boil things or get them too hot, that it very well can cause damage to the beneficial properties that are in an ingredient. So same thing with honey. Check it out. Look it up. I will too when I get done, and I'll post after this evening's exercise class if I find something contrary to what I'm telling you. Number 2 is going to be protein. Now, protein contains zinc, which is found in oysters. It's actually the highest of all of the different foods, all of the different meats is oysters. They are the highest ranking for zinc for your body, and it is amazing how high. It's like 74 milligrams in one serving. Your servings for the day for guys is like 420, and for the women it's like 320, somewhere in that vicinity thereof. But you can see, just eating a couple oysters, you've got quite a bit with just that one little serving. It is also best if you're going to get it, you get it out of your protein, such as your poultry, beef, oysters, and seafood. The other thing that you want to make sure when you're doing this is that if you're a vegetarian, you want to look for things like tofu, miso, or tempeh, because these are going to be a fermented soy. Tofu is not fermented soy, but a lot of vegetarians eat it. But the other two are very beneficial. Fermented soy is phenomenal for the body, and it really can help a lot with getting you a lot of zinc in the body, because then you want to then it helps your body help with the immune cells. It helps to keep it strong. It helps to fight against infection and other diseases. Now, when you're dealing with the lean meats, that mostly comes to mind, you got your turkey and your chicken, make sure you are removing the skin prior to consuming it. Number 3, and this is one of my favorites, it's fresh ginger. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love ginger, and it's amazing. It is so good for sore throats, for killing bacteria. It has several different types of antibacterial agents in it that makes it a powerhouse for killing bacteria in the body. Now, the next one that's coming up is going to pair with this, and I'm going to give you a recipe on a wonderful treat that you can have, all right? Now, the best way to consume raw ginger is to just shave it where the outside skin is peeled off, cut it into little pieces, and literally chew on it. All right, and then swallow. Now it's going to have a hot, peppery flavor to it, which is why I love it. And so you want to take it in little tiny pieces, unless you get it where it's been crystallized. All right, so that's what's coming up with this next one that we'll talk about. Number 4 is dark chocolate. Wow, I would have never dreamed I'd be pushing dark chocolate on people, but I have been talking about that. I've learned so much about dark chocolate. It's an amazing treat, and it is a treat. You still have, it's very high in fat, so you don't want to go overindulging. But dark chocolate has magnesium in it, and I am currently working on the Magnesium Malady ebook that I've been compiling all of this information about magnesium and its benefits to our body. It plays a huge role in improving the function of our immune system. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 functions in the body, and especially in the skeletal structure of our body. It fights against antibodies, and it helps to bind with them and help them get removed from the body. Now, here is a recipe, and I will post this after here, but if you got a pen and a piece of paper, jot this down. It's super simple, easy to make, and it tastes great. You're going to get 14 ounces of dark chocolate bars, all right? Whatever kind you want, 70 to 90%. The higher the percentage, the higher the magnesium is going to be in the dark chocolate. You're going to melt those down, whether it's in a double boiler or in the microwave. If you go in the microwave, you got a tendency to burn the edges and all of that. So if you have one of those good old-fashioned double boilers, it's the best way to melt dark chocolate. Then you're going to get a half a cup of crystallized ginger. You're going to melt that chocolate down, get a nonstick pan, and then line it with parchment paper, because this way you can just pick it right up after you've refrigerated it. You're going to spread out that melted chocolate on that tray, and then you're going to take your crystallized ginger, break it up into little pieces, and then sprinkle all the way across it. Put it into the refrigerator and let it harden. And once it's hard, you can lift up that paper and then put it on the counter about 6 inches above. Just drop it, and it'll break up into little pieces of bark. If it doesn't for you, then you might have it too thick. You want to make it thin. Bark is thin, not big old, brownie size. You want little thin pieces, and that way it melts in the mouth. It's easy to eat. And then if you have a weight scale at home, you want to measure 1 ounce for your day. Okay, not 3 times a day, 1 ounce, okay? So next one is turmeric. Now, turmeric is an amazing antiseptic, and It also contains what's called curcumin, and curcumin works phenomenally on antibacterial as well as anti-inflammatory issues in the body. You can buy pure curcumin, well, not pure, it's about 95%, and you can use that as a supplement with your greens, which is something that I've been doing for my husband for, I guess it's been about 10 years now that we've known about this. We put that in his greens direct, and it helps him tremendously with his back problems and his knee issues and his shoulder with the inflammation. But turmeric can be made into a milk, and you can drink it. And so we will be creating a recipe for that tomorrow. So look for that on our pages on Aviv Wellnesseuticals as well as Totally Pamper Me. If you aren't there, please like those pages because we are working really hard on growing them. We want to grow our community with people that are looking for healthy ways to live. Next one up, lemon lime water. Okay, now this is not from concentrate. This is the fresh fruit. All right, you cut it in half. I have one of those automatic juicers, which is so phenomenal. Gets a little bit of the pulp in there, but it gets all the seeds out, and I don't have to worry about it whatsoever at all in the least. And then you're going to mix that with your 30 ounces of water first thing in the morning. Now, in the beginning of this, I talked about that raw honey. You can take that and put that in there with it for starting your day to get all of the properties of the honey along with the vitamin C from the lemon and the lime. You want to use, if it's single serving, you use a half of each and then put the other in a Ziploc bag and save it for tomorrow. Don't press the fruit until you're going to consume it. This way the vitamin C stays fresh. Put the two halves that you're not using in a Ziploc bag and use those the next day. You want to always make sure your lemon water is fresh in the morning. Don't ever use concentrate. It's worthless to you. And you don't want to squeeze it the night before because it literally will oxidize overnight. Now, this is a bonus round real quick for you, and this one is another recipe for you at the end of it. Fresh pineapple. Pineapple acts as an amazing antibacterial, and it helps to fight cells that are invading the body through the mouth and the nose, which is where we're getting the COVID virus into the body normally, through the air. It also contains bromelain, which helps to reduce infection and eliminate bacteria in the body. It helps to combat respiratory illnesses as well, respiratory illnesses such as asthma, pneumonia, bronchitis, and more. So there are so many wonderful properties in fresh pineapple. The best way to get that is to buy fresh pineapple, let it get ripe, not too squishy, not too far gone, because then you got too much sugar. But it needs to be like a firmness that when you can bite on it and chew, not just soft and ooey gooey, like you get out of a can. So here is a wonderful pineapple cough syrup recipe for you. Are you ready for this? Get your pen and paper back out. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to make 1 cup of fresh pineapple juice, a whole cup. Then you're going to do a pinch of sea salt, or Himalayan salt would be better. This way you've got the minerals from that salt. Now that is optional. You don't have to put it in there, but that little pinch will cut the edge off of the sweetness so much and make it a little more palatable. A little bit of salt, not a lot, just a pinch. Just a dab will do ya. And then I recommend that you do 2 tablespoons of raw honey in there, and that's a fresh pineapple cough syrup. This is great for children. They get the honey for the allergies and all of the other benefits that are in there. They get the bromelain that's in the pineapple and all of the other antioxidants that are present there. And it lasts in your refrigerator about 3 days. So that is something that you can do. Now, I will, again, share this recipe at the end of this video, and I'll post it underneath here. If you have any questions or any recipes that you are using right now, we would love to hear from you. Share below this video. Let us know what you're doing. This is about, sharing is caring, and giving back is what we're all about. Helping people find natural solutions, no matter if it's from your hair care, your body care, your face care, your makeup, we want you to be as healthy as possible. And you've got to have ways to fight this virus. Say no to processed foods. And I'm talking about things that are coming in a can, things that are coming in a bag, or you're getting at the drive-through. Right now, with this second round possibly showing up more so than the beginning, we've got to be really very conscious of what we're doing to these temples that God has given us and granted us the right to take care of. I don't understand why people just don't get it. They don't want to. And I mean, I do understand. I've been there. But once you begin to understand, the only person that's going to save you is you, and you get on the health wagon and you begin to learn and you begin to understand how many wonderful things God has put here, that it doesn't need to come in a tube or a bottle of pills. We can get it from the leaves are supposed to heal us, and the fruit is supposed to sustain us. So you begin to understand all of these wonderful things that God has put here. And we've just sort of gotten away from all of the beautiful benefits that are right here on our earth. We need to take better care of our earth as well. So I'm getting on the bandwagon. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to recap this real quick. We're going to go right back through the foods if you just joined us. Foods that fight bacteria and viruses. And I'm not going to go through those recipes again. I will post them below this later. Local raw honey. Protein because you want the zinc from it in your meats. And if you are battling serious hunger issues, take a look at how much protein you are consuming. You might not be eating enough protein, which can make you chronically hungry, and then making bad food choices because you are hungry. Next one is fresh ginger. Best way to do that is slice it open, chew on it. I shared a recipe coming up with the next one, which is dark chocolate, that I will post below this later. Dark chocolate has magnesium, but you want to make sure it's a minimum of 70 to 90% dark chocolate that you are consuming, and it's only 1 ounce a day. In this way, you aren't overindulging and consuming a lot of high saturated fat that is not good for your heart. Next one up was turmeric. And turmeric contains curcumin. You can buy curcumin in a 95% form and put this in your green smoothies and things like that. It is a wonderful antiseptic, and it is also a great antibacterial. Consuming it into the body is going to really help your gut get rid of different viruses and things. There's no guarantees when you're doing this, of course. I mean, I can exercise and walk out the door and get hit by a bus. But if I do, more than likely, if it doesn't kill me, I will bounce back so much better. That was a really bad analogy, but it's the truth. I mean, think about it, I mean, it's kind of morbid, but it's really the truth. We don't know when our next breath is going to not be. But if you do everything you can to take care of you, it is so much better on your recovery time and your possibility of making it through a serious issue with your health and your life. Last but not least, lemon and lime, fresh in purified water first thing in the morning, high in vitamin C. And I also recommend that you add a tablespoon of raw local honey in there. So this way you're getting all of the benefits of the honey along with that lemon and lime with the high concentration of vitamin C. You want to do one whole fruit. So if you do a lemon and a lime and it's only you, half and half, all right? Or just stick with one or the other. It's your choice. It doesn't really matter. I like the blend of them because it has a little better flavor. The lemon is a little more tart and the lime is a little more sweet. So they kind of complement one another in the first thing in the morning during our devotional time. And then last but not least was fresh pineapple. And fresh pineapple is an amazing antibacterial. It fights cells invading your mouth and your nose. And I gave you that recipe about the fresh pineapple cough syrup. So that's what I've got for you guys today. And I would just absolutely love to hear you hear from you. You know, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. They don't have a thumbs down yet, but if you don't like it, private message me and let me know what I can do to fix it, because I'm really working so hard here just to share a lot of information that I have learned over the course of the last 22 years, formulating all natural personal hair, skin, and nail products, as well as going to the Dead Sea to find the raw ingredients that are pure, going to the farm to make sure that I have organic practice pure CBD oil here in America. You know, these are rocky times, and if I can help you, you know, get on just drinking a gallon of water a day, I pray to the good Lord you will, because that's another thing at the end of this video that I want to share with you that's so vital, is that you make sure that you are hydrating well during the entire day. Don't make excuses, just get the water in. Next, you want to make sure that you are exercising, getting that heart rate over 150 at least 30 minutes a day. And then last but not least, always get good sleep. And if you are having serious issues with sleeping, there's several things you can do. One of those being taking CBD oil from the industrial hemp plant, not marijuana. It is amazing for sleep. I got on that bandwagon for myself with my fibromyalgia, off of all the sleep meds. It is a game changer for me. But it is something that it has to be done on a day-to-day basis. And everything I'm talking about, this is a day-to-day thing. It's not just hit and miss, or I won't do it today and I'm going to skip a week. No, this needs to be daily. You are so important. You know, your body, your mind, it's all priceless. And if you don't take care of it, it's going to backfire on you one day. And it's so important to me to help you understand this. You know, I'm down 9 pounds, actually probably 10 now, and 6% body fat by just increasing my water intake since May 1st. And that's all I did. That's all the only change. I've still been teaching my classes and everything else that I've been doing. I haven't changed my eating habits, gotten drastic or anything there. I don't consume as much chocolate as I used to. But that was a choice back in February, not in May when I started the water thing. But you know, guys, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do if you just focus on taking care of you. Give yourself a block, 15 minutes in the morning, an hour in the evening, and 15 minutes before bed. You know, you're talking about an hour and a half of your day just focused on taking good care of yourself. And you will be so thankful, because one doctor visit will suck 3 to 4 hours out of you just dealing with having to sit there in your car. Now, you used to at least sit in their lobbies, but now you can't even do that. So why not take better care of you? That's the question, right? What are you waiting for? Fight aging now. Every day should be preventative maintenance for you. It is for me. I work on it just every day. Every day I wake up, I thank God for a new day and an opportunity to make a difference in the world, and then try to figure out what I can do to better somebody else's life. So I love you guys, and I pray that you get out there every single day, that God gives you the gift of breath and life, and you live, you laugh, you love abundantly and with abandon. Take good care of you. You're all you've got. You are a priceless treasure, and I love you dearly. Please like and share this video with your friends and family that might be, a little scared right now. These things can help them, especially if they are eating badly. Sometimes just hearing it from somebody else and not you nagging at them can help people in a trick in that little trigger in their head go, you know what? She's right. Why not? Why not try it? You know, what you got to lose? Drink that gallon a day. You can lose 6% body fat just like I did in a month. Hey, I'm happy with it. I can't wait to see where I'm going to be at the end of June. So I love y'all. Be blessed. Take care. Hope to see you in our Better Body Workout group tonight at 5:30 live. Bye.